Hello, welcome. In this video, I'm going to walk you through on how to use the automated time clock register. Now, here is the first part of the template that contains the basic information such as the current date. Now, this is the current date and this is the current time, and with two buttons we have here. So supposing at any point in time you open the sheet and the time is not working, you can just click on the start. But if you choose to also stop the time, you can just click on the stop and the time will stop ticking. But if you want it to continue, just click on the start again and it will continue working. So here is where the employees at the beginning of the work for the day, they enter in their employee ID here. So for this template, the default employee ID we have set for this template is in this order. So this is EEID with, let's say, with 4 digits. So we have employee IDs from 0001 to 1000. So it's designed for a company with a maximum of 1000 staff. So let's say for an employee ID that has 006 or 0 or 0011, so or 11 rather. So when this employee arrives in the morning, just click on clock in. When he hits on clock in, you get this record, clock in recorded for this employee ID, and can just click on OK. The same thing for another employee, let's say employee ID EEID 0050, and just hit the clock in as well. The time will be registered, will be recorded. You hit OK. Now no employee can sign in twice for a day. So like this employee we just did for now 0011, and try to sign in again, it will not be possible because it will give this information clock in already recorded for today. So within the space of 24 hours you can't sign in twice. So you can just click on OK. The same thing applies to the clock out. You can't clock out twice within the space of 24 hours. You can either do one of the two options per day. Okay, moving forward, this is for this particular guy. So at the back end you can actually hide this from the employees by just right clicking on okay, this is the back end that captures the records of all the employee, and it has been designed that it can actually last for 1000 staff for 24 months in a year. Okay, now for this particular employee, look at the employee here, EEID 0011. Sign in at this particular time. You can, this is the date, on the 19th of June 2025, and this is the time. And this employee is actually yet to sign out. That is why here is empty. The same thing applies to this particular employee, yet to sign out. Here is also empty. So let's say this employee is done for the day and he wants to sign out. You can just come to this place and click here, clock out recorded for this particular employee. So this employee is done for the day. If you check the record, you will see the time out of this particular employee. So basically this employee just spent 2 minutes in the workplace. Okay, one other thing about this template is that it rejects wrong input. For instance, let's say something of this nature, wrong input like this. Now when the employee wants to sign in or clock in, as the case may be, you click this, you get this information, invalid employee ID, format must be within this range, and you hit on OK to correct him or herself. So that is one thing you need to know about this template. Okay, so let's actually correct this, and maybe we go with this, and we can just sign in here, and when it is time to clock out, the employee can also clock out. So that is how to use this particular sheet. Moving to this place, like I said, this is the record sheet. You can actually hide this one. Now let's clock out for this employee that is actually 50. Then this is EEID 0050, and clock out. When we do this, this employee's record will be captured at the back end here, and you can see this. Now this employee is yet to actually check out, so that's how we're having this particular information, this cell blank. Like I said, you can actually hide the sheet by right clicking and you hit the hide so that they won't see it. Okay, the next thing also, just for our own analysis purpose, is this particular findings. So this sheet, this findings is actually linked to this one. Now this is what happened. As the records are actually getting pullated into this record sheet, they are coming here automatically. You can see the names, the employee IDs of all the staffs, their clock in time and their clock out time. Immediately also the month is actually extracted automatically, and the time, the work time in minutes they have worked is also calculated. Now this template has been set for for a situation of to record lateness if an employee signs in after 9:30 a.m. So after 9:30 a.m. it will count if the employee is actually late or not. So before on or before 9:30 it will be showing 0, but after 9:30 a.m. of that day it will be showing 1. So at the end of the day you can count how many times a particular employee come late for the month. Now how do we get that done? This is where we see it here. So we can just put up a slicer of month here, which we're going to do that, a slicer of month. So any of the month, because this is just a newly built template, so any of the month you have, you can just filter it and you will see the list of all the employees that are coming late or that came late for that month. Okay, I just introduced the month slicer and what we have here. So it means as other records are entered throughout the months in the year, they'll be popping up here. So what you need to do at the end of every month, if you want to check the number of lateness or number of staff that actually come late, what you just do, just keep your cursor anywhere here, right click, you're gonna see refresh, just click on this refresh, and when you refresh, new record will actually pop up. Then you can now filter. For instance, for this June, and we'll click on June, what you're gonna have is this. Now we're having a blank record here because based on the settings we have actually imputed, we want to count people that actually come late 5 times and above, and from this place no particular employee has actually met that condition. So that is why it's not giving us any particular record here. So should you do that and you observe if a certain set of employees meets that condition of coming more than 5 times late in the month, you will see the list of their employee IDs here and you can penalize them as may required. So trust you understand how to use this concept. First of all, I've explained how this first sheet looks like, what it works, the time, the current date, the current time, the start, the stop for the timing. This way you input your employee IDs, you either clock in or clock out as the case may be, and when that is done it will get automatically get recorded here. Like this last guy now, employee 0016, the person can clock out at this time, so this is EEID 0016 and clock out. So this person has actually clocked out and you can see this. Also, let me also mention that nobody can actually clock out twice per day. So EEID 0016, want to clock out, the person cannot clock out for the day. So clock out already recorded for the day. The same thing applies to sign in. Sign in already recorded for the day. So this is how powerful it works. Okay, for the recording, you see the recording of what we have here, and for the findings, if you want to get your findings, this is what you see here. So once you get this template, you don't need to do anything here, the time clock, you don't need to do anything here for the record, only for your findings, just for you to get the number of people that come late per month. So this place is also automatically filled up. What you need to do as they use this template, just come to this place, right click, just hit the refresh button, or we can also use a macro to get the refresh button here just to make it automated. So when you hit the refresh, all the records will pop up automatically. That will be all for this particular video. Thank you very much and bye for now.